The relationship between Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff and Red Bull counterpart Christian Horner is one built on respect for one another's achievements, but that is as far as the adoration goes. You don't have to be best mates with your opponents, said Horner after the Brazilian Grand Prix. How can you be? I think that would be dishonest in many respects, to fake a facade when you are competing against each other. The 2021 F1 season has been one of the greatest years in the sport's modern history thanks to the titanic World Championship battle between Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton and Red Bull's Max Verstappen, with epic on-track battles consistently spilling over into the paddock with Horner and Wolff embroiled in a war of words like two political tyrants. Sure, the respect is there. How could it not be? Between them, the two men have claimed each of the world championships over the last 11 years, and they are set to claim another when it's all said and done in 2021. Add in the fact that Wolff led Mercedes' dethroning of Red Bull, and these are two rivals that were destined to never see eye to eye. With Horner acting as the mastermind behind Red Bull Racing and Wolff taking the helm of Mercedes-AMG Petronas in 2013, the two men have sparred and clashed over the years as the Silver Arrows have dominated the sport with Hamilton at the front of it all. In 2015, Wolff furiously told Horner to stop publicly criticizing engine supplier Renault, telling the Brit and his Red Bull team to instead focus on improving themselves if they wanted to reclaim top spot within the sport. A year later, Horner criticized Wolff after the Austrian phoned Jos Verstappen to condemn Max's perceived aggressive driving style. With Wolff and Mercedes dominating the sport for the better part of a decade, Horner ensured that, while Red Bull struggled to compete with their rivals on the track, he would fire any shot possible at the Silver Arrows. The 48-year-old has consistently poked Wolff by suggesting he is scared of any threat. This came to light last year when the reverse grid proposal was suggested as a possible way to level out the playing field. Naturally, Wolff compared the idea to a WWE gimmick, while Horner went after Hamilton, saying his boss was threatened and was trying to protect the seven-time world champion. Before the COVID pandemic delayed the 2020 season, they had another verbal sparring session during February's pre-season testing as Mercedes revealed its innovative dual-axis steering (DAS) system, with Red Bull lodging a protest prior to the Austrian Grand Prix. However, the intense 2021 season has raised the stakes and driven a wedge between the two men as they have taken every opportunity to unsettle, ridicule and generally fire shots at one another. It began early, as while Hamilton took the checkered flag in Bahrain to open the campaign, Verstappen and Red Bull's performance suggested they weren't going to go down easily. In Baku at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Hamilton spoke of Red Bull's controversial flexi wing, only for Horner to dismiss his comments and suggest the Brit was simply a mouthpiece for Wolff. With Mercedes' front wing moving in a similar way, Horner told Sky F1, "I think if I was Toto with the front wing he's got on his car, I'd keep my mouth shut." Wolff was defiant in his response as he challenged his rival's comments, insisting, "Christian is a bit of a windbag who wants to be on camera. It's easy to be punchy when you're on the top of the Times sheets, but you should be a little bit more modest." After Mercedes failed to take advantage of a Verstappen puncture and crash by failing to earn a single point in the following race, Wolff declared his team needed to improve in all areas if they wanted to beat Red Bull, and Horner could not resist going for one more dig. "I mean, a lot has been made about Toto's comments this weekend," the Red Bull boss said. "He's never afraid to roast his team so publicly, which I disagree with. But that's his prerogative." Since then, both Wolff and Horner have verbally attacked one another's star driver, with Wolff claiming Verstappen's defense at Interlagos was dirty. The Austrian also insisted diplomacy had ended, and lodged a right to review, which was duly denied by the FIA. Horner has also fired shots, claiming Hamilton's move on the inside of Copse Corner at Silverstone was completely out of order, as he put Verstappen's life in danger with the 51G crash. Ahead of last month's Mexican Grand Prix, Wolff suggested Horner was a protagonist in a pantomime, and the Red Bull boss took it well. "Look, we all know that Toto has a lot to say, but I was quite flattered to be called a protagonist, if you look at the definition of what it means," Horner told the Daily Mail. "You need an antagonist to have a protagonist, and one could say perhaps Toto fits that role pretty well. If it were a pantomime, maybe the pantomime dame role might suit him." Whether Horner or Wolff is the true protagonist of the epic pantomime that is the 2021 Formula One season, one thing is for sure, the animosity between the Mercedes and Red Bull bosses is no facade.